Taylor Guitars has brought their V-Class bracing to the Grand Orchestra body shape. With it, two models have been refreshed with a new sound and fresh aesthetics to this very powerful, robust guitar. We're going to put it through its paces today, so stay tuned. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee here with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to our channel and you like all things guitars, make sure that you subscribe, turn on notifications, and hit that like button. Comment below as well, stick around. So today we are going to be looking at this new guitar, which just debuted at the 2020 Winter NAMM show. This is Taylor's 618E. Now it's not a new model. The 618E has been out for a number of years. It came out when they debuted their Grand Orchestra body shape, which is one of the first new entirely from the ground up body shapes that Andy Powers designed at Taylor Guitars. The Grand Orchestra was made to replace the previous jumbo guitar that Taylor had effectively inherited from other guitar companies. And it was meant to be, and has been, a jumbo-sized body that was very robust, very loud, but also very responsive, something most jumbo body shapes are not. So you get all of that volume, all of that boom that you want out of the guitar, but it can also respond to a light touch. That body shape has now been adapted to include the V-Class bracing, the new sonic engine that Taylor Guitars developed a few years ago, starting with their Grand Orchestra body shape, going to the Grand Pacific, which is the other new body shape Andy Powers designed, their Grand Concerts, and so forth. It is now across their line of acoustic guitar body shapes built in the US. And what has happened with this guitar is twofold. One, it has the new V-Class bracing, so there's a host of changes that happen to the sound and the response of the guitar as a result of that. And two, both the 618E that I'm holding and the 818E have new aesthetic features, which I think are really interesting. I like what Taylor's doing here, not just in the fact that these guitars have new aesthetics to go along with the new sound, but that it's unique to the model, and we'll talk about that. So, again to review, big guitar. Okay, 618, the Grand Orchestra, is a very large jumbo-shaped guitar. In fact, the width of it, or the depth of it, is 5 inches deep. So if you are smaller stature, and I'm going to give myself away here, you might have some difficulty putting your arm over the top of it. I'm about 5'8" on a good day, wearing boots. So I'm not very tall, and that means that this is a big guitar for me. Now it's manageable, and if I want that sound, or I want the depth of tone or the volume that this guitar gives me, I would more than happy sit or stand with a strap and play this guitar. But know that the body shape is the largest in Taylor's entire lineup. What comes with that is a lot of volume, a lot of depth within the resonating chamber of the guitar, and because of the bracing, a lot of responsiveness too. So this is effectively probably the most dynamic guitar in Taylor's lineup, this and the 818, because they have the highest headroom when it comes to volume. If you have a heavy pick attack, you can really lay into this and get a lot of acoustic volume out of it, more for your money, so to speak. This particular model, the 618E, is a Sitka spruce top paired with maple back and sides. Beautiful flamed maple back and sides. And the whole guitar is now finished in this really subtle antique natural or aged natural finish. It's really a very, very subtle edge burst. If we're being honest, the top, the sides, the back, even the neck, all have this really soft, subtle coloring to it. And then the appointments, they're vintage-esque, they're vintage-inspired, they're beautiful. So let's just kind of go around the guitar, starting from the body and going up. The maple and the spruce are framed in pale maple binding. There's purfling, which is a layer of ebony, koa, and ivoroid around the perimeter of the guitar. That is echoed in different dimensions around the rosette. And this is where attention to detail with Taylor is just, it's phenomenal. So you have this real thin band of ebony, this thicker band of koa than what's on the purfling, a thin band of ivoroid, and then this nice thin, elegant, delicate abalone inlay around the rosette. A striped ebony wood pickguard is there. And then up on the fingerboard, this is special to us. I'm really thrilled that Taylor Guitars decided to do Alamo inlays on this guitar. Now, their website says they're mission inlays because they don't want, people to get, bent out of shape. Other dealers get jealous, but between you and me and the other millions of people watching on YouTube, that's an Alamo inlay. It's done in beautiful mother of pearl and surrounded with a border of ivoroid. And then up on the headstock, it's echoed there. And the whole thing, the fretboard and the headstock are bound in koa. Taylor tuners, maple neck, ES2 pickup system, and it comes with a beautiful floral case that they first introduced on the Grand Pacific models. Now, what's cool about these aesthetics is it exists, right now at least, on just this guitar and the 818E. And I think that's something that is different from what Taylor's done in the past. Typically, unless it was a limited edition model, the aesthetics followed whatever was going on in the series. So everything in a 600 series would have the same binding, inlay, finish options. Same thing in an 800 series. Whether it was 814 or a nylon guitar, doesn't matter. They all had the same aesthetics, right? So you knew that was kind of unique to that series. And there is some uniformity to that, which is nice. But there's also something to be said, and guitar companies have been doing it forever, that this model should look this way. And in some ways, this guitar echoes, I think, what Gibson has done for years with the SJ-200. I'm going to say that. Taylor's not saying that. I'm saying that there is some vintage aesthetics going on with this and its brother, the 818E. And that's why I think they're unique to this guitar. And if you look at that guitar company's models, for instance, the Hummingbird, the Dove, the SJ-200, their appointments were unique to those specific models. It's part of what made them special. And I like that on this guitar, we're seeing some of that. So let's talk about tonality. V-class bracing, improved volume, improved sustain, improved intonation. It's real, folks. It actually happens. Go play a guitar if you don't believe me. You may not like the tone, that's subjective, but it's there. In this guitar, with the maple back and sides, you have a lot of volume, like we've discussed, but it's very even, okay? Everything is evened out. You don't have a lot of overtones. You don't have too much mid-range. You don't have too much bass. It's the Goldilocks almost of tone woods, and it's very responsive to your playing style. So if you have a heavy pick attack or a light pick attack, or you play closer to the bridge or further away, maple's very transparent in that it's going to express your playing style better than any other tone would. Where rosewood might give you too many overtones if you have a really heavy strumming hand and just kind of get too muddy, or mahogany might give you that real pronounced mid-range warmth when maybe you want some more bass. Maple's just going to do you, basically. It's going to illustrate what you do as a player. And so on this guitar, I really like it. There's a lot of volume there, but there is some delicate nuance that we're going to show you as we put it through its paces. So, no more talking. This guitar is phenomenal. I always called the 618E like the grand piano of Taylor's lineup. And this is more like the grand western piano now of Taylor's lineup. So let's let you hear it for itself. So there you have it, the 618E. The problem for me is that, well, you can only have so many guitars. And this is one of those that I really like. I'd love to find a place for it in my collection of guitars and my playing style. It's a big, wonderful jumbo that's responsive, and that in itself is unique. I love that they put those Alamo inlays on there as well. The look of it is fantastic. I'd like to do at some point a comparison for y'all of this and the 818, but right now these are just now getting into stores. So if you'd like more information about this or any of the other new Taylor guitars that were introduced at the 2020 NAMM show, go to our website, alamomusic.com. We have the guitars up for pre-order right now, as we're still waiting for them to come in and be available to you. But we also have blog posts in there under What's New, where you can read about all of the specs that have come about, see photography there, and get more information. You can also come to our store, give us a call, smoke signals, pigeons work, whatever. We want to just help you find the right guitar, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, right? It's about making music. That's why we want you to subscribe, turn on the notifications, like our videos, because we do these videos for you so that you can make music, whether you buy a guitar here or elsewhere. The best guitar in the world is the one that you are playing right now. So keep it up, stay tuned, we'll see you next time.